Now, let's get back to more track action as the fabulous foursome, alias the Santa Monica Track Club, takes center stage in the men's 4x100-meter relay.
Thank you, Nicole. And there's a look at Roger Kingdom. He set his world record in the 110 hurdles back in 1989, his best season when he was named Track and Field's Athlete of the Year. The 4x100 relay, the world record 37.50. The four gentlemen on that team, Andre Kaysen, Leroy Burrell, Dennis Mitchell, Carl Lewis, are all in the race today. However, they're competing, Craig, for three different teams.
Kaysen, the leadoff man on that team, leads off for the Goldwin Track Club. Santa Monica has Lewis and Burrell, and the Mazda Track Club has Dennis Mitchell anchoring. He was the third leg on the world record-setting team. There you see the big matchup between Santa Monica Track Club and Mazda. 8 great sprinters, 8 of the best in the world in this race.
And they will be next to each other. Santa Monica is in lane 4, and Mazda is in lane 5.
There you see Frank Fredericks, who was 5th in that great 100 meters in Tokyo, 2nd in the 200 meters. He's from Namibia. Anchor man for that team will be Dennis Mitchell. Mitchell 3rd in the 100 meters, and he will be anchoring against a guy he used to idolize in track and field, Carl Lewis. Another guy from the Philadelphia area, Leroy Burrell, set the world record indoors and outdoors in the sprints last year, only to lose the world championships to his teammate Carl Lewis. And there is King Carl, something of a philosopher of relay running. He says that in the relays you have to cooperate to achieve your destiny.
And there's a look at Andre Kaysen. Set a couple of world records indoor this year. Very quick out of the blocks.
He had a problem with his hip towards the latter part of the indoor season, and he is not happy about being in lane 1, the tightest curve of all. But watch for him to make up that stagger quickly on the rest of the field.
There goes Andre Kaysen, those short legs, trying to make around that quick turn.
There you see him on the right of the screen in the red, and he has made up the stagger, although a good pass from Marsh to Burrell, and Burrell's eating up the track and catching Mazda on the backstretch.
A great second leg by Leroy Burrell. Now to Floyd Hurd.
Hurd, a good curve runner, and he's maintaining that lead, so Carl's going to get it in the lead.
And here's the handoff to Carl Lewis. It's a good one. Carl Lewis, Santa Monica Track Club. The world record is 37.50.
Oh, and right around 38 flat, unofficially. Santa Monica Track Club had run 38.63 in Houston in March. A year ago on this track, they ran 38.33. No one's ever run this fast this early in the season. And coaches Tom Tellez and Mike Takaha have been working this Santa Monica team in Houston, trying to get them to work on these handoffs. Not tremendous extension from Marsh to Burrell, but the theory is you want to use as much of the relay zone as possible to effectuate the exchange, get a full extension, and that was a better handoff from Burrell to Floyd Hurd. Hurd runs an excellent turn, and Carl had nothing to worry about in terms of the race, just wanted to get a safe pass, switches to his right hand, and Dennis Mitchell never had a chance to catch Carl Lewis. 8.8 unofficially for Carl Lewis on his leg, one of the fastest 100-meter legs ever, and Carl Lewis runs another great relay anchor for Santa Monica Track Club.
The 11th fastest time ever. Carl Lewis has been the anchor in 8 of those top 11 times. This is one of them, 37.97.